Yo, what is going on, everybody? Carnage back here again, and today I am back with a brand new Marvel Legend review. Today's review, as you could tell, by the title, is the brand new Nemesis wave, uh, Age of Apocalypse Gambit. This is the only one I actually pre-ordered from the wave, and let me just say, very excited about it. Gambit has slowly become one of my personal favorite characters since watching X-Men '97. And the current X-Men run that has him in it. He's been pretty cool so far. Really enjoying it so far. But yeah, not too much about the box. I really do like these new boxes though. They are very cool. The X-Men logo right there. Really cool picture from the Age of Apocalypse. The other figures from the wave already have this one. And now we have Gambit, and I am kind of tempted about the Nightcrawler. Maybe the Cyclops, but I don't know. The rest of them are just kind of meh for me. Maybe Marrow, because I vaguely remember Marrow in a book or TV show I read once. Or TV show I was, really interested in at the time. Then we have a very cool shot of him right there. And then there's a little bio, so if you want to read that, pause right now. And yeah, another amazing looking piece of art on the side, Marvel Legends logo, X on the top, not much on the bottom other than, quality control stuff. But yeah, that's basically it, so let me open this guy up and we'll get right into the review. Alright, so just pulling him out of the box. He doesn't come with a ton of accessories, he comes with exactly 2 fisted hands, which, basically every Marvel, legend should at least come with 2 fisted hands, in my opinion. And then the only other accessory he comes with is his bow staff, which, compared to the original Gambit from the Caliban wave, literally no difference at all, other than, like, a slight color scheme, because the new one's a little lighter shade. I do apologize if that's blurry. It's basically just a lighter, shade of gray. And then the only other thing that came in the box, other than the figure, was the right leg to the Nemesis Build-A-Figure. Which, let me just say, I knew Nemesis was going to be huge, but I mean, like, compared to, like, a normal 6-inch figure, like, Nemesis is going to be huge. And I am kind of excited for that. Which may sway my decision in getting, the entire Build-A-Figure for this, because I am excited for that. And I also know Holocaust showed up. I know his name's not Holocaust, but I keep referring to him as that. I know he did show up in Exiles, which is one of my personal favorite comic stories. But anyway, enough distractions. Let's just get right into Gambit himself. And let me just say, just from the small amount of time I've had him out of the box, pretty fun to pose around. Because I did take a few minutes, before moving into the actual view to, get into this. But yeah, pretty cool. I really do like him. I can definitely, see, at least, from... Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, like, at least the kneecap, because I thought these boots were, like, could be removed, like, right here, but they seem like they aren't. So, what I was trying to say was these legs could probably be used for, like, not... Who am I thinking of? Like like an Invincible custom. I know I have mentioned that in, my Kansas City haul, which this guy also appears in, because, I just ordered him. He wasn't supposed to come until April, but he showed up kind of early, like I mentioned in that video, I believe. But yeah, I thought, from what it looked like, at least from the kneecap down, like, I just assumed the boots were removable, but I was mistaken, but whatever. Anyway, kind of got distracted with that. The cape is removable, so you can take that on and off, which, I mean, this is pretty cool. I really do like this. I do think a black wash would have made it, pop a bit more, but I mean, regardless, still pretty cool. And he does come with a butterfly joint, so, which all Marvel Legends should really come with, if you ask me. Let me just kind of adjust my camera a little bit so you guys can get a bit of a better view of him. But pretty cool. He does have double jointed knees, pinless joints, ankle pivot, He can kick out pretty far, so if you want to recreate the image, you know, on the back of the box like that, you definitely could. And he can move his leg back about that far, which still a pretty decent amount of rotation. He actually has a higher than 90-degree raise on his arm, which is always phenomenal. Double jointed, which also fantastic. Wrist, hinge, which always the best thing. And I really do gotta mention this. Like, these are all sculpted on parts on his arm, which is pretty awesome, if you ask me. Also, I really do like the boots. Really reminds me of, like, what was that movie? Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, I don't know if any of you, have ever seen Pirates of the Caribbean, but if any of you, really want a Jack Sparrow action figure, based on Marvel Legends wise, I do recommend if you make a custom one, use these boots, because these are the most, like, pirate-accurate boots I think I've ever seen. This side, basically the same as the first arm I showed. Belt, pretty good detailing on that. Like, all the buttons are painted gold. Pretty awesome. And he does have a waist swivel, which is always fantastic. Ab crunch-wise, it goes back that far. And, goes forward that much, which is always phenomenal. And he does come with, his, I'm going to call it like his smoking finger. But it's basically to hold, like, if you have any card effects for Gambit, you can just basically have it kind of like that, which is pretty cool. And he can look down fairly well, and he also looks up, whoops, and he also looks up pretty well, but I'm pretty sure when, the cape's on, that does kind of get inhibited a little bit. I know I said that very poorly, but English is a hard language, and I'm kind of an idiot. So let me just put his cape back on. And actually, that doesn't even really do much. Like, looks up and down basically the same amount. Like, maybe just, like, slightly inhibited. But, I mean, not bad. And also, I don't know if you guys can really see this. He does kind of mildly. That might also just be the shadow, but I'm not sure. But I think he might have, like, a bit of a 5 o'clock shadow if I'm looking at it, like, close enough. And, I mean, look at the eyes. I know my camera's probably not doing this any justice, but, I mean, that's phenomenal detailing on the eyes. And also, I really do like this head sculpt. And I don't know why, but this is really reminding me of, like this could probably be really good for, like, an Invincible, like, head sculpt, maybe. That might just be because I have Invincible on the mind right now, especially with the fact that I'm going to be trying to make at least, like, 3 different customs at the moment. But, yeah. So, just for, figure comparison, let me just grab the only other Gambit I have in my collection. And here we have the Earth 616 Gambit, and then we have the Age of Apocalypse Gambit. And let me just say, both of these guys are phenomenal. Like, I mean, the one on the left kind of a little, I'm not going to say worse, but I mean, articulation-wise, like, his is a little more inhibited because of his, trench coat. So I do recommend, if you do have this figure, to give it a cloth one. I was very tempted because I saw, like, a older Gambit with a cloth cape, which I kind of considered picking up specifically just for the cape, just so I can, or cloak, I mean, just for, just to have this taken off, and then he'll be, cooler. But I did not, but, maybe next time. And then here he is next to a few Age of Apocalypse characters. Here we have him next to Cyclops, which this Cyclops still genuinely just one of the most bafflingly bad, characters for this entire, thing. Wave, I mean. Just because the entire top half, like, arm and head-wise, brand new, along with, like, the shoulder piece, but the rest of it's just basically the, what's it called? The Bucky Cap mold, which, not a bad mold, but I mean, it's definitely had its time in the sun. Here he is next to Magneto, which another, like, this was actually my only Magneto for a while in the accurate color scheme. And then, you know, I finally got the other one, which, very happy I finally have that one. One of my favorite ones from the Age of Apocalypse wave. I believe this one was from the Colossus wave, if I'm not mistaken. The Iceman, which, this design for Iceman is just so badass, dude. I love this. And also, if you don't have an Iceman, that makes a perfect Iceman. Here we have another one of my favorites from this wave, Kitty Pryde. Which was a surprising one for me because I'm not usually huge on, like, the female characters for Marvel Legends. But this is right about the time where they were starting to get really good with them. Granted, it does still only have single jointed elbows, but I mean, other than that, like, one of the better ones in my collection. Here he is next to the Colossus Build-A-Figure, which, as you can see, Colossus towers over him, as he should. Just a little out of frame, but I mean, very, very cool, very happy. And I think this is the only, like, Age of Apocalypse figure in this wave, because, yeah, they gave us the X-Force Nightcrawler, X-Force Cyclops, Marrow, I don't know who Husk is, and then Fabian Cortez, who I only personally know from Marvel Zombies. And then the last one I'm going to show Gambit next to is his Lady Love Rogue. But if I remember correctly, in the Age of Apocalypse universe, Rogue and Magneto are a thing, which, kind of surprising. I mean, makes sense because, you know, if you watched X-Men 97, Magneto's the only person that can touch Rogue. So, I mean, pretty cool. Very happy to finally get another Age of Apocalypse character added to the collection, especially it being one of my personal favorite characters at the moment, because Gambit is a very cool character, and I do really enjoy him in the comics, slash, you know, also seeing him live action in Deadpool and Wolverine. So if I spoil that for anybody, the movie's been out for almost a year at this point, so sucks to suck, I guess. But, anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and, you know, if you want to, you know, follow me on Instagram or YouTube, hit the subscribe button on YouTube. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, go to Carnage_the_kid. Or, shoot, sorry. Uncle_Carnage. I use my old name. Sorry about that. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And I will catch you in the next one. Thank you for watching. I love you. Peace.